Beginning on February 1st, 2024, England will be added to the list of countries that have banned the use of shock collars for dog training. Countries that have already done so include France, Germany, Sweden, Finland, Austria, Norway, Portugal, Slovenia, Switzerland, and Wales, as well as some states in Australia and the province of Quebec in Canada. The first thing I thought of when I heard this news was a quote from Dr. Ian Dunbar. And if you're not familiar with Dr. Dunbar, he's thought of by many as being the godfather of this current era of progressive dog training. When asked a question about shock collars, I thought his response was quite superb. He wrote the following: "A shock collar requires the highest skill set of any training tool. Immense dog savvy, an excellent understanding of dog behavior, a thorough understanding of learning theory, lightning-fast timing, manual thumb dexterity, and that old bugbear, consistency. Should you be lucky enough to possess all those qualities, you most probably wouldn't need a shock collar in the first place." In truth, the purchase of a shock collar is probably the best indicator that the buyer lacks the sufficient training skills to teach basic canine manners, let alone operate what is arguably the most complicated and potentially harmful dog training tool available. It's quite a bit more involved than just pushing the button and presto, the behavior problem disappears. In fact, the pain, fear, and trauma these devices can inflict may actually worsen a dog's behavior. They will most certainly worsen your relationship with your dog, who looks to you for love and protection. From my experience, I'm in complete agreement with everything Dr. Dunbar wrote in his response. And, of course, that's not going to please those who still view shock collars as acceptable and effective tools for training. In my mind, the real issue is not whether such punishment-based methods can work, but rather it's an ethical issue about how such tactics can be justified when there is ample evidence that non-aversive methods are, on the whole, equally or more effective, more humane, and less risky. Broadly speaking, punishment-based techniques cause the suppression of problem behaviors through the fear of subsequent consequences. While these techniques often give the appearance of quick and effective solutions, due to the fact the undesirable behavior is merely being suppressed in that moment, this so-called solution often ends up being temporary because the underlying cause of the behavior has not been addressed. In addition, it's common for such punitive tactics to result in unintended negative behavioral side effects. To some, any type of ban is an affront to personal freedoms, and there is certainly a robust debate that can be had there. But in this context, and based on what I've seen in roughly 15 years of helping people with their dogs, the improvement of canine welfare that'll be created by restricting access to this type of tool will far outweigh any perceived harm. Okay then, that's all for now. Thanks for taking the time to watch my video, and I hope you have a fantastic day with your dog.